Just when you thought spring was near, when the days start to stretch a little longer and the first hints of green poke through the soil, winter has other plans. The promise of warmth is suddenly replaced by a biting chill, and the landscape transforms overnight. Winter is roaring back with a vengeance, unleashing a powerful reminder that the season isn't over yet. Streets that were once clear are now buried under fresh drifts, and the wind howls through neighborhoods, erasing any sign of spring's early arrival. Deep into February, a powerful weather pattern is targeting the upper Midwest and Northeast with major disruptive storms. These systems are sprawling, stretching for hundreds of miles, and their impacts will be felt far and wide. This isn't a light dusting. Millions will face snarled travel and power threats for days. Roads are quickly becoming impassable, and the weight of the snow is straining power lines and trees, leading to outages and dangerous conditions. It's a classic late-season battle. Cold air to the north, warmth from the south, and we're caught in the middle. The clash of these air masses sets the stage for volatile weather, with rapid changes that can catch even seasoned locals off guard. The jet stream is energized, creating a highway for these storms to draw in moisture and dump heavy snow on the cold side, drenching rain, or even severe storms on the warm side. This dynamic setup means that some areas will see snow measured in feet, while others could face flooding rains or even thunder and lightning in the heart of winter. For those in the crosshairs, it means a prolonged period of dangerous weather through the weekend. Travel plans will be disrupted, schools may close, and communities will need to band together to weather the storm. The first storm is already laying down a formidable blanket of snow across the northern tier, transforming towns and cities into winter wonderlands, albeit with a hazardous edge. Close behind, a second, even more potent system will spread its wintry mess eastward into Friday and Saturday. The back-to-back nature of these storms means little time to recover, and the impacts will only intensify as the week goes on. Little time for recovery, impacts will compound, and roads may quickly become snow-covered again. Emergency crews will be stretched thin, and even routine errands could become risky undertakings. From Fargo to Boston, winter is making a dramatic statement. Cities across the region are bracing for a relentless barrage of snow, wind, and ice, reminding everyone that winter's grip can tighten at a moment's notice. We'll walk you through the timing, impacts, and how to stay safe as these storms roll through. From emergency kits to travel tips, preparation is key to making it through this late-season onslaught. Even as March approaches and the calendar promises change, winter always gets the final say, reminding us that in nature, the seasons don't always follow the rules. The first major winter storm of the season is already hammering the upper Midwest, bringing with it a dramatic transformation to the landscape. States from the Dakotas eastward are being buried under a thick, heavy blanket of wet snow, turning open fields and small towns alike into a sea of white. The snow is piling up quickly, with accumulations already reaching impressive depths in some areas. Cities like Fargo and Duluth are experiencing intense snowfall rates, 1 to 2 inches per hour, making it nearly impossible for road crews to keep up. Plows are working around the clock, but the relentless snow is overwhelming their efforts, and travel has become not just difficult, but dangerous. Major interstates and highways have turned slick and treacherous, with visibility dropping and ice forming beneath the fresh snow. Officials are urging everyone to stay off the roads unless absolutely necessary, as conditions continue to deteriorate. As the storm system tracks eastward, northern Michigan's Upper Peninsula is bracing for its own heavy dose of snow. Residents there are preparing for a significant accumulation, with forecasts calling for several more inches before the storm moves on. This moisture-laden snow is especially tough to shovel, clinging to every surface and weighing down tree branches and power lines. The risk of power outages is rising, and emergency crews are on alert for downed lines and fallen limbs. Even as the storm loses some of its moisture while heading toward New York and New England, it will still bring enough snow to make commutes slippery and slow. Residents in these regions will need to break out their shovels and prepare for a challenging morning. Towns from Buffalo to Burlington will wake up to a fresh coating of snow, a clear appetizer for the main event that forecasters say is still on the horizon. The wintry scene is both beautiful and a reminder of what's to come. This first storm is a powerful reminder of winter's strength and unpredictability, setting the stage for an even more impactful system that's expected to follow close behind. The atmosphere is primed for more action, and communities are on high alert. It's a relentless start to what could be a long, challenging stretch of winter weather, with more snow and cold likely on the way. Heavy snow isn't the only threat. Ice is lurking on the storm's southeastern edge. In a narrow corridor where temperatures hover near freezing rain and sleet are creating a dangerous glaze on roads, trees, and power lines. Just a quarter inch of ice can add hundreds of pounds to power lines and tree branches, leading to outages and hazardous conditions. For travelers, black ice turns roads into skating rinks, making even short trips risky. Bridges and overpasses freeze first, compounding the danger. This icy mix stretches from southern Minnesota and Iowa into Wisconsin and Michigan, just south of the heaviest snow. Preparing for ice means having emergency supplies ready: flashlights, radios, blankets, and charged devices. The threat of ice adds another layer of complexity and danger to this late winter storm. Ice storms are silent, creeping, and among winter's most formidable foes. As the first storm exits, a brief calm settles over the snow-blanketed landscape. But this tranquility is short-lived, as the atmosphere remains restless and primed for more action. High above, a second, more powerful system is organizing over the north-central states, gathering strength and moisture as it spins eastward. Meteorologists are already tracking its rapid development, warning of its potential impact. On its southern and eastern side, warm, moisture-laden air from the Gulf of Mexico surges northward, fueling a line of strong to severe thunderstorms across the Ohio Valley. These storms bring the threat of damaging winds, large hail, and even the rare possibility of a tornado touching down amid the winter landscape, a dramatic reminder of nature's unpredictability. Meanwhile, just a few hundred miles northwest, a blizzard is brewing. Here, frigid Arctic air collides with abundant moisture, producing intense snow bands and rapidly deteriorating conditions. Heavy snow will develop from Wyoming and Nebraska, blanketing highways and rural communities in a thick, relentless layer of white. The storm then shifts northeast into Iowa and Minnesota, regions still digging out from the first storm, now bracing for another round of accumulation and disruption. The storm's slow movement means heavy snow will linger for hours, if not days, making travel hazardous and cleanup efforts daunting. Whiteout conditions will develop, with visibility dropping to near zero and snow piling up to staggering totals, burying cars and homes alike. This sprawling system stretches over 1,000 miles, its reach felt from the Great Plains to the Great Lakes, impacting millions along its path. It delivers everything from spring-like thunderstorms and torrential downpours to crippling blizzards and icy winds, sometimes in the very same region. Local forecasts will vary dramatically. Your neighbor just 50 miles away could see completely different weather, from rain and thunder to blinding snow. This is the volatile transition from winter to spring, a time when the clash of seasons creates wild swings in temperature and precipitation. The atmosphere is charged, the energy palpable, and extreme weather is not just possible, it's expected. Stay alert, as the next chapter of this wild season is just beginning. By Friday, the second storm targets the Great Lakes, slamming northwestern Wisconsin and northern Michigan with its peak intensity. Blizzard or near-blizzard conditions are likely, with widespread 6 to 12 inches of snow. Some spots could see much more. Snowfall rates may exceed 2 inches per hour, creating whiteouts and making travel life-threatening. The storm's track will enhance lake-effect snow, supercharging totals along the downwind shores of Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. Wet, heavy snow will stress trees and power lines, raising the risk of outages. Cities like Green Bay, Wausau, and Marquette should prepare for a long-duration event, with snow continuing into Saturday. Stock up on supplies, food, water, medications before the storm hits. This is the main event, a heavyweight punch of winter weather for Wisconsin and Michigan. As the storm moves east, it brings accumulating snow to upstate New York and interior New England from Friday into Saturday. Expect 3 to 6 inches across northeastern New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and parts of Maine. Enough to require significant cleanup and disrupt travel. Ski resorts will welcome the fresh powder, but for most, it means another round with the shovel. The storm's exact track will determine who gets the most snow, with higher elevations likely seeing the highest totals. South of the snowband, cities like Boston and New York will see mostly rain, thanks to milder Atlantic air. This classic inside runner setup creates a sharp dividing line between rain and snow. For interior New England, winter's grip remains firm. This massive storm system is piling up impressive snowfall totals. The heaviest snow targets northwestern Wisconsin, the upper peninsula of Michigan, and central Ontario. 6 to 12 inches is the baseline. Some communities could see up to 2 feet where snow bands linger, especially with lake enhancement. 2 feet of snow can shut down entire towns and make emergency response difficult. Further east, 3 to 6 inches will blanket much of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, enough to snarl roads and delay schools. Add in the first storm's totals, and some upper Midwest locations could see over 1.5 feet. The back-to-back storms leave little time to recover, compounding the disruption. The sheer weight and volume of snow will strain infrastructure and the power grid. As this major storm exits, meteorologists are already tracking another potential system for the East Coast late this weekend. The big question, the track. If it stays offshore, New England may only see light snow or flurries. But a coastal track could bring another round of heavy snow to the I-95 corridor. The outcome depends on the balance between cold air and the storm's position. Just 50 miles can mean the difference between a foot of snow and a cold rain. Forecast models are still uncertain, so stay tuned for updates. For now, it's something to watch, not panic about. Winter's not done yet. Be prepared for another possible round before the weekend is over. With relentless winter weather, safety and preparation are crucial. If you don't have to travel, stay home. Roads will be dangerous with heavy snow, wind, and ice. If you must drive, keep a winter survival kit in your car: blankets, warm clothes, flashlight, charger, water, and snacks. At home, prepare for power outages. Gather flashlights, radios, food, water, and charge your devices. Never use stoves or grills for heat. Use generators only outdoors. Dress in layers and have plenty of blankets on hand. Check on elderly neighbors or relatives to ensure they're safe and warm. This late-season onslaught is a reminder to always be ready. Stay informed, have a plan, and keep your emergency kits ready. With preparation, we can weather the storm together, stay safe, and stay warm.